on the set of Dr. Cabbie with a woman who has single-handedly made being mom on the Indian screen cool. Very cool. I'm with Lillete Dubey. Lillete, thank you so much for being with us.
Hi, I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to get that appellation and title.
So you've played so many characters on screen and you're playing a mom again, I believe, in this film. What can you tell us about the mom of Dr. Cabbie?
Well, firstly, I love the script. I really did. I read a lot of scripts because I do theatre also and, of course, a lot of film scripts. And I thought this script managed to combine everything in great proportions. It's very funny. It's almost raunchy. And it's got emotion. It's got some very nice relationships, some that you're used to, the mother son one, but many others as well. And it has something pretty strong to say, but it says it in a very subtle manner. I mean, in the sense of it's not a messagey film, but it has something strong to say. For me, a film, it's great fun to see something that's just purely entertaining, but it's always good if it also has some meat in it somewhere. So I thought that it had combined all that, and all the characters were very well defined and very interesting. Like you said, she's a mum, you know. But I keep telling everyone that, see, being a mom is not like, it's not a character. Of course, you are a mom, but your mom, my mom, and somebody else's mom are not exactly the same. They're individual characters with their own personalities. So I loved Nellie's character. She starts off in Chandni Chowk as this hard-working single mom who comes with a certain culture and a certain personality. And it's not that the personality changes, but how coming here changes her. And she has lots of shades. She's funny, she's emotional, she's sassy, she's and she's very adventurous, ready to try everything in Toronto. So I really like the character, and she has some great one-liners as well. So you get to play some drama, you get to play some emotion, and you get to play a lot of humor. Yeah, and I like Jean-Francois very much as a director. I think he's a wonderful director. So and I think it's one of those magical things. Sometimes in a film you just have a cast that is just gets along really well, becomes like a family. It happened in Monsoon Wedding also. We were staying with each other all the time. Everybody's come here from somewhere else. So no one's distracted. Everybody's just here to do the film. So we hang out a lot when we're not taking a shot. Also, we're together, and it's a very nice energy that's there between all the people on this set. I mean, we're just talking about that how it's one of those things. It just happens sometimes. It's magic. So, and that always translates into something very special on film. That joy in making the film permeates the film when you see it finally. So I'm very happy, and I have a very good feeling about the film, that it's going to really come together and be something people are going to really enjoy.
You're talking about your character getting to explore some cool things in Toronto. You've been here for a month. What have you explored? What have you been up to?
Well, I haven't had much time. I'm basically a museum and art gallery sort of person. So when I had my first few days that I had off, I went to ROM and to AGO, and I could spend like a whole day in each of them. So that's what I did. I went to Eaton Centre, did a little shopping. I went to Yorkville just to have a look, because everyone told me it's like the Beverly Hills of and it was very charming. And I went to Niagara. I've been to New York God knows how many times, and I never went to Niagara. So I said, well, I can't be closer to Niagara than I am now. So it was a very nice day. We went to the wineries, to the wine estates, and we went to Niagara by the lake, and we saw. So that whole trip was very nice, and I chose my day. I watched all the weather forecasts, and it was a beautiful sunny day. So it was gorgeous. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I wanted to go to Montreal, but I didn't have enough time to do that. So everybody said, save something for the next time you come to Toronto, and maybe this film might just be part of the Toronto festival. So if I come back, I have to say, fingers crossed. Fingers, toes, everything crossed.
Everything's crossed. You're mothering a Toronto boy in this film. He's our own Vinay Vermani. What's it been like working with him? He's a fairly new actor. He's only 2 films old. So how's he been?
You know, I like Vinay a lot. Firstly, in cinema, on screen, you have to look the part. That's very important. And Vinay very much looks the part. He's this very earnest, sincere, sweet, gentle, caring boy. And he has these big, like spaniel eyes and a very gentle, soft face. So he fits it beautifully. And I felt it, and other people have also felt it, that he could really be my son. He looks like my son, physically. So that's lovely. And as an actor, he may be young and not done many films, but he's very hardworking, aside from being talented, and he's very sincere, and that sincerity shows on screen, especially for this character. It's especially important. So, and we have a nice chemistry, very nice chemistry, as mother and son. So we've enjoyed our scenes very much, and Marcia is lovely too. She's got a whacked out character and it's great fun. So my family is basically Rizwan and Marcia and Vinay. Though I have had some scenes with Adrian and a couple of other people, but most of my scenes were with these people, and we just became this slightly dysfunctional, funny family, in the film.
The best kind of family.
Yeah, the most real kind of families, and very endearing, in their own way. They're all little kooky and little wacko, but they're very endearing in the film. I hope that comes through. But anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed working with Vinay.
Lastly, I introduced you as being the coolest mother on Indian screen. What's the coolest mother doing for Mother's Day? You're in Toronto, so what's Mother's Day going to be?
I know. I know this is not really part of my interview, but I have to say I lost my mother while I was here. And I luckily I went for a couple of days and I met her, but very soon after I came back, I lost her. So I am not in a great celebratory mood. And in India, we don't really celebrate Mother's Day much. And my daughters are, what shall I say? People ask me, what's the most interesting thing you've done in theatre or film? And I say the two most interesting productions that I've done are Neha and Ira. Nothing to beat the thrill of having created that. And they were talking to me every day, so many times a day, that I don't need Mother's Day to affirm their love for me. So it's not something that we in India take very seriously. Of course, nowadays there are lots of cards and people follow a bit of all that, but it's not celebrated much. So on Mother's Day, maybe I will call them and as a mother tell them how much I love them and do something like that.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you. Whether you celebrate Mother's Day or not, you're a lovely mother on screen. So thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.